Hello everyone and welcome to another cast of the neogaf StarCraft 2 North American Tournament. This is another round 1 game and will be between Optimopeach as the apologizing Green Terran and Expiration as the Blue Zerg. Getting a little bit of lag troubles down here. Somewhat odd. Oh, looks like it might be clearing itself up a little bit. Optimal building drones up to 10. No overlords. It looks like he's going to be attempting an extractor trick to get that extra drone out. Builds his drone, sends his extractor trick drone out to scout, which is actually the very same build that I normally use. Scouting with his overlord, while Optimo is building a wall at his ramp with a supply depot and most likely a barracks to follow. Expiration checking the 2 nearest bases. He'll probably be happy with these spawning locations as a Zerg player. The more distance you have, especially with both of these watchtowers being able to watch his normal attack routes, Expiration will probably feel a lot safer throwing down a faster expand. Pulling this overlord back, which I don't really agree with. Usually with an overlord in this position, you can set it up to this ledge here without worrying about running into a marine, and it will keep very, very good vision over his expand, let you know if he is going for a fast expand. It will be your first warning when and if Optimo decides to move out with his army. And since it's on the ledge, marines won't normally see it. You don't normally see a Terran wasting scans just to check a ledge for an overlord this early in the game. And even if you did, you only have to move a few spaces back to be out of marine range. I mean, sure, you'll probably lose it once he's expanded out and has a starport, but at that point, you'll probably have wasted a few sacrificial overlords anyway. And really, I mean, 7 minutes in the game gives you near permanent scouting at his ramp at no risk. It's not really a waste. Optimo throwing out his marines out here, being a little defensive. No tech lab yet. And it looks like he will be completing a wall off the factory, but still having this supply depot here, making him open for a baneling bust. Once again, a few flame rate problems there. Expiration leaving overlord at the ramp. Getting speed as fast as possible, which is very, very smart. I mean, Zergs normally don't want to be skipping speed. It's like a baneling nest and a queen coming out. So this supply depot might be a problem for Optimopeach. Really depends what he does with this factory here. If he throws down a tech lab, goes for a blue flame, or even a reactor really, for like very, very early Hellion harass, could be a problem. It's like he's skipping both and just going for as fast a Hellion as possible while pushing out with these 4 marines. It's a shame that Expiration does not have scout on these watchtowers yet. That might be what these Zerglings are heading out to do. Because if he had gotten these Zerglings out just a little bit sooner, he would have seen this. Would have been able to prepare by throwing down 10 more Zerglings right there, and that would have cleaned this marine group out easily. He should probably move this overlord out of the way since these marines will target fire it. And since Expiration has allowed himself to be food blocked, that would be a huge problem. It would be a game-ending problem. Oh, very, very unfortunate choice to morph his banelings. Probably hoping. Oh yeah, there's that food block. Queen is out. Probably won't be joining this fight. Only one Zergling at the moment, a bunker going down. Oh, this is unfortunate. Even the spine crawler probably won't have time to finish. Since Optimopeach could fairly safely just push in, target the spine crawler, and pull out if the queen advances, or just kill the queen itself. This Hellion doing great control, target firing these drones. Expiration being very wise to pull them off to the side, try to keep them, as many of them as possible, on these far mineral patches that are protected by the queen. Zerglings come out, but the bunker is already up and operational. the very least, you can handle this Hellion and not really have to worry about the splash damage effect. Now he has to kill this SCV to make sure that his bunker can't be repaired. Another Hellion in play. No blue flame, no reactor. Rushing for a Banshee, which may very well seal the deal, since expiration is only on one queen. Hasn't teched into a Hydrogen, hasn't teched into Roaches, hasn't teched into Spire. Still not building another queen. Still only on one Zergling. On Zergling production. Trying to build up a nice little mass, but eesh. A lot of Banelings. I think they do 70 to a structure, so... Will these even kill it? This group of Banelings won't even kill that bunker, and that's assuming that they can get there all alive. Ooh, and one Baneling off by his own. See, that one won't get there. It's burning alive, but even if that one had gotten there, it would have had a few HP left. Still, oh, he even manages to salvage it. Optimopeach is just playing perfect Terran Harass at this moment, which is of course incredibly easy because his race is so incredibly overpowered versus Zerg. I'm just kidding, it doesn't usually affect this level of play as heavily. But this Hellion Harass is just such a problem for Zerg. Pulling back a little bit, probably knows the damage has been done. Throwing down the Tech Lab. The expand has been going down this entire time, so Optimo being very, very responsible in that regard. 2 more barracks. No Tech Lab yet at this barracks. Wayward Rally Point will be sending this Marine to its death. Oh, Banshee is already in play, already cloaked. Expiration was very, very wise to throw down a second queen when he could. Unfortunately, he was not able to get the Overseer in play. So this Banshee is just going to destroy his drone production. He'll get this Overseer in play, but it won't be enough. This Banshee might even manage to defeat this queen, which is injured. Actually, if I were him, I would be target firing that queen as soon as possible, since his cloak is about to run out, and he'll win the fight straight up. Trying to shoot and scoop, but once again, it's really not necessary. He can win this. But, you know, he has another Banshee. It's pretty much over at this point. There's nothing you can do. No drones mining. Expiration GG's out. Optimopeach demonstrating some pretty impressive Terran Harass on his Zerg opponent. A few drones sitting up here, but yeah. It's a very tough match. Not really much that a Zerg can do unless he scouts very, very heavily. But if he had just come up this ramp, all he would have seen is just one factory, no Tech Lab. So what does that mean? Does that mean Hellions? Maybe. Could also mean that he was going for a Stargate. But normally you would see a Tech Lab in that regard being built in advance. But even then it wouldn't be abnormal to see a Tech Lab on this barracks here just for defensive marauders against a Roach Bush, which could easily be subbed out into a starport as soon as he needed it. And Zerglings or drones coming up here won't see this starport. Having only been on lair attack, once this push had started, he wouldn't have had the speed necessary to come in here and see that Hellions were on the way. Really, probably the only thing he could have done to be the most defensive would be to have grabbed these towers quicker. Oh wow, he still even has these forces out here. Which would have seen that initial 5 Marine force coming out, followed by that 1 Hellion. If he had not been food blocked, he probably would have gotten a good 10 Marines out, picked off that Hellion, picked off those Marines, drastically changed the nature of Optimopeach's follow-up. But it's tough for Zerg because they have a hard time scouting on Terran. So yeah, a little bit depressing as a Zerg player myself, but can only QQ so much, which, as it turns out, is quite a lot. But save that for another game. Congratulations to Optimopeach, as he does go on to win this series 3-0, I believe. So he will be moving on to the second round. Not entirely sure who he will be facing. Expiration, thank you for coming out. Thank you for playing Zerg. Always appreciate that. Hope to see you in the future playing either in casuals or in another tournament. Wish you the best of luck. wish Optimopeach the best of luck in the rest of the tournament. And I hope you enjoyed this cast.